Welcome back right here on MBC TV, your favorite channel. Tonight, our dear viewer, we are navigating on this particular subject on whether a Christian should take an insurance cover. And to help us to make sense of this particular topic, I'm having on board Apostle Dan GICHIMU, our resident minister, and also Minister Rose WAKIBIA. And just before the break, Apostle was talking about something, and I was also highlighting on the same Minister Rose WAKIBIA about some and even maybe Christians who maybe would think that by taking an insurance cover, maybe for even a medical insurance or maybe another insurance cover, and you find that maybe you've not been able maybe to make use of that cover, maybe because you never got sick, and maybe they have the notion that they've lost their money. What do you say about that? Yeah,
I quite agree with the Apostle that even if personally it doesn't assist you, it will help someone else.
Wow.
You know? So don't just look at yourself individually of your personal benefit. Can we look at the bigger good, the greater good, you know? Yeah, the creation of God, they benefited. You'll also be blessed because, you know, it was out of your income, you know, that it went to that kitty. Yeah, so can you yearn for that blessing instead of yearning for the money?
Sure.
Yes.
There is no point for regretting.
Yes,
yeah,
there's no regret.
No justification of also,
Yes.
Because if that money has gone to help somebody,
yes,
and that somebody's life was saved because of that money, praise the Lord.
Wow.
That is good.
That is
because that man or that woman, probably he was not even born again.
Yes.
After he gets healed, he'll come, hear the gospel, and be born again.
Amen.
So your insurance saved his physical life. Okay? And then out of that salvation of his physical life, then he meets a good servant of God, preaches the gospel, and that person who was healed out of your money is now born again, and he has become a child of God.
Wow.
So people should look at the bigger picture, the well-being of humanity. So when you give your insurance, continue to give it.
Continue to give
it. It is helping somebody somewhere. Yes.
And
that is medical, of course.
That is medical.
Yes.
There is something that you had also mentioned even when we were beginning the conversation, Apostle Dan, even talking about maybe maybe taking a life insurance cover. And maybe at one particular point, somebody would also say that it is dangerous because maybe one would really think that now because I maybe have an insurance cover, I can go about maybe doing what maybe I can be able to do. At the end of the day, I've insured myself. Is that a deception?
Although you take life insurance cover, it doesn't, of course, give you the leeway to be careless. Because once you are gone out of this world because of carelessness, you'll never come back. Even when you call Apostle to pray for you, you may never resurrect.
yes.
Okay? And if you don't get if you call me to pray for you to resurrect, or if I'm called by your family to pray for you to resurrect, I'll do it. If you resurrect, praise the Lord. If you don't resurrect, then we bury you, and that is the end of the story. Now, the truth of the matter here is, we don't have to be careless.
Sure.
Nevertheless, we must have this fact, which is stated in the scriptures. It is appointed once for man to die.
And after that, judgment.
So if I have insured myself because I have an appointment with God at one time that I have to leave this physical body and join him in paradise, okay? Of course, I will leave my family members there. And if that money was there, why can't they enjoy it? Yes,
sure.
They enjoy it.
They enjoy
so
it.
There is nothing wrong.
There is nothing
so
wrong.
Whichever way you look at it, there are benefits in it.
There are benefits.
Yes.
And Minister Rose WAKIBIA, talking about focus, which is also very important at this particular point for a Christian, even maybe when they are taking the insurance, that they should not maybe shift the focus so much into the cover than to God, maybe, who is in control of everything.
Christians should not insulate themselves against God, you know. They should still know that we depend on God fully, you know, and wholly. We should depend on God wholly, you know. So it should not be, you know, that the cover you know, is you are dependent on the cover.
Right.
We should still continue depending on God, you know, and on everything and in every endeavor, you know, and even for our lives. Yeah, let him be the ultimate authority and power over us and cover over us. Yes.
That's very amazing. Apostle, you also want to talk about, because for quite some time, we've also seen a situation whereby we've had maybe those who maybe are even in the insurance companies being accused maybe of deceiving their clients. And maybe also have people who at one point or another, they've wanted to benefit from this insurance cover in illegitimate ways. What's the effect of this?
For sure, we have been having corruption in all sectors in our nation. May God save Kenya out of corruption, which has permeated in all the sectors you can think of. Insurance, of course, inclusive. Because, of course, we have seen some of them, they have been arrested, they have been aligned in court and charged. And I think even there could be some that are in jail because of the malpractices as far as those insurances are concerned. And the other thing that you also find is that when they are selling these policies to people, sometimes they don't give the correct information. And due to the correct information, of course, when you get wrong information, you make wrong decision. And, you know, many of them, either knowingly or unknowingly, you know, they do these kind of things. So, yes, that way, sometimes, you know, they misinform people. And only later on that somebody realizes, if I knew this was the kind of policy, I would not have got myself into this mess.
So some of them have come to regret.
Some of them actually regret. And others also, if something happens and you have to be paid, it becomes tedious.
And even maybe some of them even fail to be paid.
Even some of them, they fail to be paid because, you know, they apply rules and regulations, they quote these, they tell you a lot of complicated stuff, and then you are confused. And then, you know, a lot of people say, potelea bali, kaya ninayo.
It becomes very frustrating.
People get frustrated, of course. Yes. So what I would say is they should be humane the way they deal with people. The language, sometimes the language they use is too technical for a lay person to understand. So if they can simplify their language because they are doing business, you know, people understand, and when people understand, you know, they would buy into it very easily. I thank God, at least with the insurances that I have interacted with, they have been forthwith with the information. They have given me the correct information, and I have made the right decisions in whichever areas in the insurance that I've been involved in. So I think that is the information that actually they should be giving people. And when it comes to paying, pay people their due. If you agreed, pay them on time. Don't delay. Or pay them half. You know, if you said you are going to pay somebody, for example, if something happens, a certain percentage, either 60 or 70%, pay that person 70%. Don't pay 20% now and then after another month or 2 months. These are some of the challenges that I've actually seen with insurance companies because I've dealt with them.
Well put, Apostle. Minister WAKIBIA, there should be good intention, there should be good motive on both parties, the one who is taking the cover, the one who is giving the cover. And also it's important, actually, even so important for the one who is taking to do some good groundwork so that maybe they don't come to regret afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. There should be integrity, you know, so that now this person who is taking the cover feels they haven't lost their hard-earned and money, you know, and they should feel at least there should be a fulfillment, you know. They should feel that they haven't lost it and it was not in vain, you know, to have insured whatever it was, you know, that they'll get value for their money. Yes. And it will bring contentment to them and to their families. Yes.
And if maybe they are not even in a position, or maybe they've not been able to make a decision, they can also be able to maybe to consult maybe even the servants of God, and be able maybe, so that when now it comes to making that particular decision, they've done some good research. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's important, of course, to get that counsel, that advice, you know, from an honest man of God, also who has integrity, because if you go to any, some may mislead you, you know, and some may end up being paid instead of you being paid. So
they become agents.
Yes, they become agents. So
or brokers.
Or brokers. Yeah. So go to the honest man of God, you know, the anointed servant of God, who cannot mislead you.
Exactly.
Yes.
And later on, you'll be able to make a right decision, Apostle.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing, and we really want to thank God for that particular discussion. Maybe just as we finish, maybe Apostle, and maybe someone is also contemplating maybe to be able to take an insurance cover, and maybe they are wondering maybe where they would like maybe to be able to start. I don't know which one, maybe just briefly you can tell them.
I think there are some insurance companies that already have a name because of their integrity and the way they serve people. It is good before you just you get involved. It's good to do some groundwork. Once you do the groundwork, you know which insurance.
And also, Apostle, maybe even as you continue with that, do you also maybe have to look maybe at the amount maybe of property that you have?
Yeah, you also have to look at your assets, of course. If you look at your assets, what you have, then at least you make an informed decision.
Wow.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, our dear viewer, for being with us tonight on this particular interesting subject. We've been having Apostle Dan GICHIMU helping us to navigate and make sense of the subject on whether a Christian should take an insurance cover. Thank you so much, Apostle Dan GICHIMU. It's been a pleasure.
Welcome.
And also on board, we are having Minister Rose WAKIBIA. Thank you for such great insights tonight on this particular program.
Thank you, too.
That's why we bring it to a close for tonight. We want to appreciate your time and your contribution. My name is MANGICHO MOLA. Have yourself a blessed evening.
Nugget of Wisdom with Apostle Dan GICHIMU.
Good food is for the stomach when one is hungry. So is good, profitable, and viable knowledge for a hungry mind. But many feed the stomach and starve the mind with its only diet known as knowledge. Pursue knowledge tirelessly from wise and knowledgeable people, and by reading good books. Always remember, good knowledge culminates to a healthy mind.